Hi, I'm Jay. I'm a Twitch Overwatch streamer, Diamond support player, quick play warrior, and depending on who you're asking, twink or femboy. I don't know really where I'd classify myself as. Today, I'm ranking all characters in Overwatch from 0 to Zaddy. We have all the male characters here. This is actually based off of my viral TikTok. I did amend the list a little bit, but this will be a full version with every character included. I'm not skipping anyone this time, so no one's going to be left out. I'll get into my reasonings and all that. Before we get into the actual list, let me just describe the tiers for you. Some people might not understand the terminology that I'll be using in this, so I'll do my best to explain it all. I'm also defining each of these characters because I feel like these terms are thrown willy-nilly. I shouldn't see anyone calling Soldier 76 a twink, and yet here we are, Overwatch community. So stop it. We're starting with literally an animal, bottom tier, self-explanatory, literally an animal. And then we have twink. So like I said, twinks are what some people might call me. Cute, femme, soft, really would encapsulate that, I don't want to say, you know what I mean. So twink, it's a pretty well-known term. Then we have twunk. A twunk is a nice mid-ground between twink and hunk. Someone who might have a really nice body, but a baby face. That makes sense? There's no clearly defined twunk, in my opinion. The masc and femme features can kind of vary. That's a bit more to your own interpretation, I suppose. So take that one with a grain of salt. So then we have hunk. This has been a classic term that we've known about in media forever. This is not just a gay term. But this will be a character that is buff, attractive, essentially a Chad. The only reason that they're below all the zaddies is because they're younger. Maybe in 10 years, these hunks could become daddies. They'll have to maintain what they're doing now. Above that, peepaw. So you're older. You don't fit any of the other qualifications for a daddy, but you survived, I guess. So congratulations on not dying. You made it to peepaw level. Yeah, that's it. There's nothing more to say about it. I think you already have a few characters in mind. Then we have daddy. So daddy is an older character. He's hot, he's sexy, he speaks with authority, but there's a level between daddy and zaddy that I want to define. A zaddy is actually someone who meets all the requirements for daddy and more. Not only is he older, but he dresses nice. He might have money. He might have class. He might have something that really separates him from the normal daddies, the normal rough and tumble daddies, to turn him into an elevated zaddy. Consider daddy, you're going to sit down with a beer and enjoy the night. With zaddy, he's going to buy you champagne and fly you out. That's the kind of vibes that we're going for with zaddy. Now that we've defined the tiers, let's just jump right into it. With Bap as our number one, easy hunk. He's muscular. He's attractive. He has probably the best sprays in all of Overwatch. I think in 10 years, he could be elevated straight to Zaddy. The only reason he's really in hunk is because he's younger, A, and B, he's bratty. I'm bratty. I can respect it. He goes back and forth, while a Zaddy's just gonna sit down. Sat. That's kind of the vibe of a zaddy. I think when he becomes a bit more withered, a bit more wizened, that's when Bap's going to go up a few ranks. If he maintains what he's doing now, straight to zaddy. Straight to zaddy, no question. Young Bap. He's a twunk. He still has the same build. It's also them just reusing the model and the hitbox. However, the removal of the facial hair and the dreads, it just gives a much more boyish look versus the clean cut fade. It's also the edgier colors, so the black and red and versus the brighter colors of his older counterpart. Yeah, he's a twunk. He's not a twink at all. He still has that nice build, but it's those boyish features on his face. So Cassidy, he's a daddy. I know some people wanted me to put him in Zaddy, and I got some hate for this, I'm not going to lie. However, he doesn't have those qualifications that would make him a Zaddy. He just lacks those qualifications. Every skin is in a poncho. When are we retiring the poncho, sir? Put on a suit. Put on some nice clothes. I don't know, a button up. I'm tired of the poncho, so you're going in Daddy. I think he'd take me out to get a burger, I guess, living off the land. He works for Overwatch, so he has this government money, and yet we're getting burgers at the Route 66 diner. It's not giving, so he can stay in daddy, but I love him. Young Cass, he's going to also go into hunk, but I'm going to put him below Bap. While Bap has impeccable style, Cassidy is once again held back by his style, his lack thereof. He's still attractive to me. I think that his voice is nice. I'd want to go out with him, but he's just missing that extra oomph. And he's also younger. All right, Doomfist. That's our first Zaddy. I hope no one was questioning this. A, he's the leader of Talon. B, his voice. C, his like build, like that muscle. Come on now. He's the type that if he told me to sit down, I would listen. He even has a voice line that says, "Go and sit down." They knew what they were doing. I don't want to hear any Doomfist slander. I've been dragged numerous times and I don't care. I will sit here and tell you he's hot. He is so hot. So we have younger Doomfist. I'll put him here in Hunk. So I do think he's behind Bap. Bap is probably going to be the topper in that whole tier. He has that style, that look. He's funny. He just has that charm. Doomfist, I think he has the best build of all the Hunks. It's really just, he looks like he's finding himself. Maybe that's because I'm so used to the Doomfist who's already in power, already knows what he wants in the world. Looking at this younger Doomfist, I'm like, you look like you need to have some character development before I put you higher. He's happy there. Genji. I will put him in Daddy. He's older. I know a lot of people don't know that. His face isn't showing, but he's in his 30s. Genji's an older dude. He's behind Cassidy because I do think that if I were to go out with him, he wouldn't really charm me. We'd go meditate, and I don't know. That's not that hot to me. We'll go on a mission together, and we'll hold hands, and he'll take off his mask. Ooh, it doesn't do it for me. Sorry. Young Genji. He's the first twink we have. If the green hair wasn't an indication enough, the eyeliner, the eyeshadow, everything's giving twink for young Genji. He's probably my favorite design character out of all the younger cast. I love young Genji's design, those bright colors he's wearing, and I want more skins with him looking like this, embracing his twinkiness. But yeah, twink, easy. Hanzo. I'm putting him above Doomfist and Zaddy. This is controversial. I do think Doomfist has the better build, but Hanzo, he has the money. He has that kind of high brow class that's really carried by his Scion skin. I think Hanzo would actually take me out for champagne. He would take me around the world, use his family's money just to make me happy. Again, he speaks with that power that makes you want to listen to him. So easy Zaddy. Young Hanzo. We'll put you here. Maybe I should put him here. Yeah, I'll put him above Bap, actually. He's a twunk. I think he has a more manly face, but he needs the facial hair to really grow into it. He still looks like he needs to have some character development before he's even a hunk. However, again, family money goes a long way into this. And while Genji is giving, he wants to mess around, playboy, he seems like the stern older brother who has so much on his plate that he's not even thinking about romance. You have to kind of keep pressing him. Hey, how are you? He's like the what's it called? The tsundere character if this were a dating sim. So I'll put him there. Junkrat. Can I put him in animal? Will someone hate me? I'll put him in, he's not a twink. I'll put him in twunk, at the bottom of twunk. He doesn't fit the qualifications of a twink, but he's not a hunk either. I'm also not a Junkrat stan, so I'm sorry to any that are listening to this. He's comfortable, I think, at the bottom of twunk. I think he needs more character development and age, of course, before he can get to daddy. He just needs to marinate for a little bit, and he needs to find himself before he can find me. Lucio. I'll put him here. Because Lucio is behind Genji doesn't mean that he's worse than Genji. He's just less daddy than Genji. I think Lucio is the biggest twink of the Overwatch community. There's no other character that looks so boyish, that looks so cute. Yeah, I think that's an easy one. It's very cut and clear he's not daddy. He's also short. As a short king myself at 5'2", I can attest that. Lucio's a short king that can represent us twinks. Reaper. You're easy number one. Get out of here. Easy. Reaper is a character. I mean, he's older. He really nails that speak with authority kind of thing. But again, that tsundere kind of thing where you would call him daddy and he'd get mad, but he'd tell you to say it again. So I really like that about him. I just think that when you look at his younger skins too, even those exude daddy energy. Him being a bit older and a bit even more rough and tumble, but he still has that long coat on. That's Zaddy. I will say, being older, it makes it easier to be a Zaddy versus a Daddy. If he were 20 years younger, he would just be the top of Daddy, but here we are. Older Reaper, younger Reaper, I'm going to put in the top of Daddy. Same reasons as before, he's just younger. Also, he's probably one of the most attractive characters in this entire game. He'll be comfortable there. I do think that he'd be more receptive to me calling him Daddy versus Reaper. That actually works against him a little bit. Reinhardt, you're gonna go, I'll put you here. I'll put him at the top of Daddy. What holds him back from being a Zaddy is that he's corny. That's really it. He's corny. He's the type that he'll be telling me jokes and I'll just be sitting there looking at him like, can we get on with it? I'm here looking like a whole snack. You're joking when I want to be eaten. Come on now. I can appreciate a nice older man who takes care of himself. He's huge. He's huge. Reinhardt's sitting pretty here and his facial hair is nice. Young Reinhardt. I'll put him here. Same reasons that I like Doomfist. They just carry over to Reinhardt. He also has the same failings as older Reinhardt. He's corny, he's hot-headed, but his physique and his look really saves him. He's a himbo, so I can appreciate that, but you can't compete with Bap. You really can't. I'm sorry. Roadhog. Peepaw. Peepaw. TikTok has its Roadhog enthusiasts. I'm not one of them. Yeah, Roadhog just exists for me. I don't really know. I haven't even seen his face, and this game is how many years old? Take off your mask, or until then you're staying in Peepaw until you take off the mask. Take a drink. Oh, this is hard work. Sigma. He's not that charming. Well, he kind of is. He kind of is. I'll put him above Genji. Oh my god, please. There we go. I was wavering between Peepaw and Zaddy, but really I thought of that interaction where he invites Widowmaker to go see a show with him. If he invited me and I see this like 6'5", might be balding, but 6'5", like astrophysicist or whatever he is, asking me out, I feel like I'd say yeah. I feel like he'd pay the bill and everything. It's more so the way he kind of stutters when she says no. That's what keeps him from being a Zaddy. He lacks a bit of authority and agency. He lacks authority and agency, but I still can appreciate everything about him. Also, put those feet away. Put the feet away. I won't say it again. Soldier 76. Number 2. I think that's a good spot for him. I think that he's only gotten better with age. He's clearly has that Dorito body where he has the thin little waist and the giant shoulders. He's fit. I can appreciate that. And again, it's that gruffness of, I would call him Zaddy, and he would just say, shut up. That's just hot. We'll keep him up here. Younger soldier, Jack Morrison, you're probably going to go here. I think he's charming. I think he looks like Captain America, quite honestly. The Overwatch community used to joke and call him Captain America with good reason. He's attractive. He's fit. I think what holds him back is that, especially since he's an openly gay character, I feel like I'm competing with every other twink in Overwatch. It'd be me competing with all the new recruits that want to get to know the commander. I feel like other people have called him Daddy already, and I feel like this is like a known thing for him that he likes being called that, and that ruins the fun for me a little bit, you know? Torbjorn, Peepaw. Peepaw. Easy. I'm not gonna get into this. I don't want to hear nothing about Torbjorn. I don't want to hear Torb Daddy, nothing. And Winston, he's a gay ally. I love him, but he's an animal, so farewell. Wrecking Ball is homophobic. That's my entire list. I hope I don't get any hate for this because your fave is not in the Zaddy tier. If you have a differing opinion, let me know in the comments. If you want to argue with me live, I'm live Friday through Monday, 8 p.m. on Twitch. Bye.